say, ooh, well, I'm free of liability because I was operating for that fiction over there. If we had that and the valley, then we would have the peace and abundance necessary, I believe. So these are the three biggies: People's Courts, C3PO, and the Freeman Valley. So these three units, what we're looking for is for them to look at these issues and do a full page or do a white paper on it, and to study these issues. The People's Court, the Canadian Common Corps of Peace Officers, Freeman Valley, their goal is going to be to create a presentation and a white paper, study these issues, figure out what it is we need and what we have to do to accomplish these, and then present that at the Summit of Free People in August in Banff. And there at the summit, these people, those three biggies, will be presenting papers and ideas. We'll have conferencing, we'll have some seminar opportunities, and maybe some teleconferencing with other people across the country or across the globe, depending on how it pans out. And we'll also have some gala evenings, some fun, some musical guests, dinners, all sorts of fun stuff. So these right here are the three basic, or the four basic ones. These are like the three basic ones. These are like the jewels in the crown. One, two, three. And then that's the summit. And the purpose of the summit is so that the people who have studied these issues can present their findings to us. Essentially, that's what it boils down to. That, and so that we can meet, greet, network, start formulating the ideas that we need to share in order to generate these things. Now, these people are going to need certain amounts of support. So we're going to have an advertising and marketing group. They're going to engage in creative campaigns, grassroots actions, and whatever viral video fun that they can create. Also, in order to bring attention to this, we're going to have a festival tour across Canada, a series of shows, help to raise awareness and raise capital for the summit. We're also setting up a support group for local meetings, where you're looking for unit heads for setting up local meetings and engaging in local actions and support for those groups. We've got our group of web weasels, website weasels. They're our main support crew, and they provide graphic support, communications, and teleconferencing abilities. We're going to have a unit for intake and assessment. People come to us. They're looking, a lot of them aren't looking just for opportunities to be a part of it. A lot of them have some issues that they need to deal with, either legal or personal or otherwise. So we're looking for people who can act as a meet and greet, identify their needs, and provide direction to proper remedy or assistance so that we can provide them with the assistance they need. We're going to have a public relations unit, a pretty face, so that I'm not putting my foot in my mouth when talking to the public. They're going to be responsible for getting the word out, press releases, press conferences, and oftentimes dealing with authority figures and heads of other states. We're going to have a group for special projects, viral videos, maybe flash mobs, high school presentations, creation of comic books, music videos, music DVDs and CD-ROMs, so that the people who join who have musical ability and want to find their abundance, by that we help them out do that. We're going to be engaging in legal actions, certain legal actions allowing people across Canada and across the Commonwealth to claim immunity from extradition and prosecution for certain offenses, so that people who decide that they are no longer comfortable with the police state aren't extradited for no reason. We're also going to have a number of other things. One is Freedom Cafe, Freeman Cafe. We're looking at setting up a series of cafes across Canada. They're going to be gathering places, generate revenue hopefully, and raise awareness. Essentially what we're going to do is sell beer, wine, and pot, no permit, no license, and we're going to have maybe some soups and sandwiches and good tasty food, but it's going to be a place where the bureaucratic insanity that every other establishment has to suffer under, we're going to be operating under a claim of right. We're getting Freedom School up and running. I don't know if you've been seeing the lessons, but Freedom School is going to be an online university that is essentially going to be, we're going to try to make it as free as possible. You operate by donation, or once you learn, you come back and you also teach. It's going to be capable of generating capital if we charge, or if we find some way to sponsor it. But essentially, Freedom School is an online educational situation focusing mostly on the law, but I can see how it could expand to teaching things along the lines of alternative health care, therapies, whatever. We're also going to be getting a thing called the Private Automobile Collision Liability Insurance Program happening. So we need someone who has very strong administrative skills to operate that. And to, ideally, they might be maybe a retired insurance agent, something along that lines, who could help get us that happening. One of the final and most important ones, and the funnest one, is a movie production unit. And we are looking for leaders who can help us. We've got 3 or 4 basic things that we would like to do. One is a documentary of this entire process, leading up to the Summit of Free People. Then we have an idea for a feature film. The Freeman process, we're looking to capture the entire Freeman process from the start to the finish in a video package, and then some viral videos as well. Once we've done the summit and we've got these papers presented to the public so that the information is properly disseminated, then the movie production unit becomes, it could end up being a Freeman production company, where people who join our society and would like to maybe find their abundance by creating a movie, the production company would be there for that, and they would have access to these resources. So that's pretty much all of them. And I'm looking for leaders in those activities, in those areas, people who are capable of it. Many of them are filled up. The movie production crew, I found that guy. Freedom Cafe, I think we got that guy. Special Projects, got that. Public Relations, got that. Intake and Assessment, got that. Website Weasel, got it. Need someone for the local meetings. Festival Tour. Notary Group, Research and Development. Oh, I missed one. Organozone. Organozone is one of the ones, the units that we're hoping will generate the revenue we need in order to get all this happening. And it is, as I had said, this product right here, a non-toxic pest control product made with garlic, cayenne, cinnamon, bunch of essential oils. It was generating revenue. I was selling it to people, and they were putting it on their indoor gardens to keep pests away. It's all non-toxic, and yet it really, really works quite well. So Organozone, what we were looking at starting off was this, and ozonated organic olive oil, which is an incredibly powerful, and yet FDA won't approve it because you can't profit from it. And it's an incredibly powerful antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal unit. And so these two things right here we were looking at being the kind of flagship, so that other products, essentially what we want to do is make a stand against the Bill C-16, I believe it is, and the Codex Alimentarius. The Organozone is